HasanAbi just made the worst take in streaming history.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
But the question is this debate really as stupid as it seems? Well, that's what we're going to break down today. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button because we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And while you're at it, don't forget to press that very first link in my description to join my official Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now let's break down what not only Hasan, but a couple other streamers as well could have meant by saying that streaming is harder than working a regular job. Let's get into it. So most of you watching this video right now probably work some kind of job, and some of you may have easy jobs while some of you may have extremely hard jobs. But whether your job is hard or easy, you probably feel like live streaming is nowhere near as tough as working the job that you work. And the majority of you are right. There's nothing streaming can be that's anywhere near as hard as what you do day to day. But for some of you, there's a real argument that streaming may actually be harder than your job, of course in different aspects. So let's start off with the first aspect that I have, which is mental. Now, I think the only way that streaming can be hard is really from a mental aspect, because you have to think about it. You have to wake up every day, try to do something different on stream, think of a good idea in order to entertain thousands of viewers. And a large percentage of these thousands of viewers are probably in the age range of 16 and under, which means they have extremely short attention spans already. Whereas for most of you, if you get up and you go to work every day, you probably do the same thing every single day. So it's becoming like kind of a routine to that point where you know what you have to do, you get up and you just go do it. A lot of streamers really don't have the liberty to do that. Or some of you may work in customer service where you deal with a few angry customers every day that's just highly obnoxious and annoying. Now think of that for a streamer that has probably hundreds of those same type of people within their chat that's constantly complaining about what they're doing or spamming ills or things like that. That can really take a toll on a person's mental aspect as a creator. The same way that a bad customer or whatever could affect your day in the customer service industry, a bad chatter or bad viewer could affect a streamer the same way mentally. But just in my opinion, you don't have to agree at all by any means, but I personally think that in a mental aspect, streaming is harder than working a regular job. Up next, we have physical. Now, this isn't really much of a debate. Most people work in any kind of job. Their job is probably a lot more physical than streaming. Obviously, a person that's doing construction work on houses or working in an oil rink or a coal mine or anything like that is obviously having a lot more hard work and labor than a streamer is sitting down at their computer, whether it's gaming, just chatting, IRL, whatever it is that you're doing on stream. It's probably nowhere near as hard as one of the jobs I just mentioned. And the streamer Clips made an argument saying that either way you look at it, it's hard work. Whether you're going out and working hard every day at what you do, I'm getting up every day streaming, working hard at what I do. So either way, we're both doing hard work.
This is the realest thing that I'm about to say. Hard work is hard work. If you are hard work, if you are working your ass off streaming compared to a person working a 9 to 5, not giving a single fuck and just getting it done, okay, streaming is harder. But if you are working your ass off in a 9 to 5 job and you have a streamer who's just streaming, not talking to chat and fucking boring, that 9 to 5 is harder than being a streamer. It's just like hard work is hard work at the end of the day. It doesn't mean like construction is fucking hard fucking work if you are working your ass off. Streaming is hard work if you are actually working hard. You get what I'm saying?
Which is true in the aspect of saying this is hard work. I'm pretty sure a plumber would say that, well, everything that I do with pipes and water and things like that is 100 times harder than sitting down at a PC setup playing a video game, which most people would agree with. But someone like Clips will say, well, you can't crack these 90s like I can. You can't win these tournaments and don't win it. It's not as easy as you think to sit down at this PC setup and be as good as I am at this game. So by that point, I mean that both people within their own fields is going to think that their job is way harder than the other person's job, and there's really no winning that argument. It's really just from what perspective you look at it. Now, there's some streamers that'll straight up tell you my job is easy. There's no way that this compares to any real job that there is. Like, and these will be some of the biggest streamers that's saying that
streaming is not the hardest job you can have, for sure, by far. I do not think streaming is a difficult job. I just want to make that very clear.
Hey, what do you guys think? Is streaming harder than a normal job? Yeah. All you gotta say is this, chat. Would you rather be a fucking streamer or work a regular job? Exactly. What the most stupidest thing you possibly said?
The point of defense is like maybe there's like a few jobs, maybe what, but in the grand scheme of things, I would much rather fucking sit here on my dumbass than fucking go out there and fucking deal with dumbass fucking customers or clients or fuck assholes and bosses and shit.
I mean, according to official CNBC reports, 60% of people don't even like the jobs that they're at, while 19% of people is just completely downright miserable at their jobs. And to be honest, I've never seen many streamers that say, man, I just wish I never started streaming. I wish I could go work a regular job. No, you don't hear that. Most streamers actually do love what they do. And of course, there's negatives that come with it, like trolls or people getting swatted or not having much of a private life and things like that that come with streaming that make people kind of feel a way about it. But trust me, they're taking their career 99% of the time over being an average day-to-day worker like the other 95% of the people in the world. Think about streamers that literally just sat there like Hasan and do nothing but react to videos and talk about politics. That's literally what Hasan does every stream, literally. He doesn't even have to build the skill level of sitting there and playing the game or sitting there and trying to be funny or yelling for 8 hours and things like that. He can literally just sit there, talk about politics, which he actually loves to talk about. There's nothing wrong with that, and react to different videos and things like that. He doesn't even have to sit there for hours and play a game and try to be one of the best people at the game. That was just in the instance of Clicks and other big streamers at the game as well. There's literally streamers that do much less on stream. Like a streamer like Hasan doesn't really have that kind of mental effect that I was talking about earlier in my first point, because Hasan doesn't really have to sit there at night and think of ideas or sit there and brainstorm ideas of things he can do or content ideas or things like that to entertain thousands of people. He can literally sit there in his bed at night, scroll through CNN, find out what's trending in the world, what's going on in the world, wake up the next morning, spark a stream, and talk about it for 4 hours. That's literally what Hasan can do. So there are streamers whose job is 99% on easy mode, while there's streamers that literally have to do a lot, like HasanAbi. HasanAbi went live for 30 days straight, had to think of a different idea for each day and entertain people for at least 8 to 12 hours, 30 days straight in a row, back to back, sleeping on camera. That's hard. That is a hard thing to do mentally, physically, everything. That's hard to do. And anyone that says it's not hard to do is just being closed-minded. Now, I'm not saying that's nowhere near as tough as building a house or chopping wood or anything like that. Whatever it is that you do that you think is so hard, streaming probably isn't as hard as that. But I don't think it's fair to try to discredit like the 1% of streamers that actually do put a lot of time into their craft and a lot of effort into what they do. To say, oh, this is easy, is not hard work at all. That's not really fair. Now, for the people that work security jobs that be posting on TikTok saying that they be at work for 12 hours straight, just on their phone, sitting in a room with their feet up. Yes, nigga, streaming is harder than what you do. I'm sorry, it is. Fight me. It is. I don't know what you want me to say. But streaming is by no means harder than doing actual physical labor. Like, it's not. There's people that's going to have back problems in 20 years, problems with their hands, arthritis, all types of medical conditions when they're older because of how hard their jobs are. Most streamers probably won't have anything besides bad posture. That's literally it. If they have a back problem, it's going to be from literally bad posture. I'm sorry. Overall, my take is that Clicks had a point where they're saying that it's both hard work. Either way you look at it, it is hard work. I just think the people that work hard in streaming are 99% happier with their job and the results that they get for working hard at their job versus a person that's working hard every day at a job that they hate. They're not getting a promotion. They're not getting paid more based on how hard they're working. Nothing like that at all. And honestly, I can see why a streamer like Clicks would get backlash for his take, because I don't think Clicks ever worked like a regular job before in his life. So he doesn't even really know what he's talking about to begin with. Like, Clicks literally became a millionaire for Fortnite at a very young age, so as long as he manages his money right for the rest of his life, he'll never have to worry about ever knowing the feeling of working a job. So I can see why people like felt some type of way about that, but what he said wasn't wrong at all. Hasan, on the other hand, when you look at his take and you see streaming harder than working real job, that looks insane and is 100% not true. But when you break down some of the aspects of streaming versus some of the aspects of working a regular job, you will see that it's not all as it seems. It all depends on the type of job you have or the type of streamer you are, what you do, how you do it, things like that. There's multiple factors to this argument. It's not really just a broad thing the way that people make it seem, but that's just my opinion on it. You guys know that I really value y'all opinion on things, so Leave a comment down below about what you think about this debate. Do you think that streaming is harder than working a 9 to 5? What job do you have? Do you think streaming is harder than what you do? Tell me down below. Just leave some feedback, leave some opinions of what you think. And while you're at it, press that subscribe button because we are very close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting. And while you're pressing the subscribe button, go ahead and press the thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy this video and you think I was just yapping, chatting the whole time, not making any sense, give me a thumbs down and comment saying that this was the worst video, the worst take, the worst opinions that you ever seen. And I'll give better takes and better opinions next time, man. Good feedback, bad feedback. Any feedback is good feedback to me, man, honestly. But as always, I appreciate all the love and support. And I'll catch y'all boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.